All right. And we are live. Welcome to the inaugural, first ever, one we ever done of the Scalf and GT Show. It's a sports show. I'm here with my boy Scalf. How you doing, brother?
What's up, man?
He is Scalf. I'm GT. That's right. We're gonna go live here and have some fun with this. So this is our first time we're doing it. So bear with us. We're trying to figure all the kinks out of this as we get there. Sorry, I have too many things going on in my head. Oh, let me turn this off on me. Sorry, everybody. Like I said, too much going on. All right, so here we are. So, man, it's been a crazy day in sports. I mean, we kind of jumped into this. We're going to go with sports on this one, and I know that college football has been crazy. We'll start here. The first game of the day, the big one that kind of started off, man. What's the 12 o'clock game? The Tennessee-Florida game was the biggest game of the week. That was college game day was there.
Yeah.
I was very surprised. like by the outcome, man. What Tennessee hadn't beat Florida one time in the past 16 years. So this first time, which is crazy, man. So man, how do you feel? I know you may have caught a little bit of it, man. How do you feel about these things going on, man?
I mean, to be honest, I really haven't followed either team all season so far, but I was kind of surprised that Tennessee pulled it out.
Yeah.
But I mean, they got a good future, going forward with Arch Manning, and stuff like that. So we'll see. They have some good receivers, I think. So.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a good thing. And then we'll go something fun. Just because you don't want to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it. Bowling Green, my alma mater, got their ass beat.
They got killed today.
But thank you, Mississippi State, for throwing how much money you gave us, our program. We appreciate. One of these years we'll catch you. I mean, it's not like the old days when those Big Ten schools got tired of scheduling on Bowling Green because we were beating them sometimes, man, back in the day. We had them on the run a little bit. So, man, it is crazy to think about and kind of think how far the team has come and gone down. But, man, it was a crazy day of watching things earlier. We'll touch on to your game, your favorite team pretty soon once you get back because I know you're running around. So,
Yep.
Yeah. Just because you have more dire need to talk about them, and I want to hear you talk about them because it allows people to understand how things go, how things are kind of progressing in college football. I know there's a team up in South Bend who started off kind of slow. They were not going as well as they should have, but now they're starting to turn the corner. They're starting to get to the place where they can make it work. I think the first week like I said, told you earlier, I think they started playing. They played Ohio State very close. They battled them, man. They put up a good fight, and then
I think they gave them everything Ohio State can handle.
Yeah, and then obviously I think.
And Ohio State still hasn't. That was still like their lowest point total of the season so far, but we're only a couple weeks in. But still, I mean, in Columbus, it was the first game for both teams. But at the end of the day, Notre Dame is having a lot of growing pains right now. I think you see it more clearly in the NFL sometimes with the better teams if they restock a little bit or lose one key player or what have you. But you're seeing it right now with Notre Dame. Notre Dame just got their offensive line coach back that's been there a couple of times, Harry Heisman. That's a big thing. So now Notre Dame will be, offensive line U again. We have the best tight end in the country. The quarterback situation was obviously something that Notre Dame's had to address for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's just something that I feel like Ohio State is a solid program. Obviously, they deserve to be top 3 in the country almost all the time the past 5 seasons, I feel.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, to go into not play Ohio State, I think for maybe 10 years, outside of maybe the playoffs and bowl games, for Notre Dame to go into Columbus, and battle Ohio State pretty well, I think was a testament to where Notre Dame still is with the Kelly recruiting era.
Yeah.
But also, I think Marcus Freeman came in this year, pretty much for the big bang. I mean, you could kind of feel it, as a Notre Dame fan and also around the country that Notre Dame's been in the playoffs. I think, maybe 2-3 out of the times, the past 6 years that they have had the playoffs. So, I mean, they're there.
Yeah.
And hopefully Marcus Freeman can get him over the hump. Give him a couple years. Jim Harbaugh needed a couple years. But Marcus Freeman is a new coach too, so we'll see what happens with Notre Dame.
Yeah,
But
man.
they got a big win today, though.
Yeah, it was a big one. I'm happy that they got their win in. I think it was first time. I mean, you see them come out and they're playing very well. I think they had that letdown the week after Ohio State. Obviously, they played Marshall. You were there.
You had to go there?
Yeah, man. We got to talk about everything in there, but
I was there. Go
I
ahead.
think it's one of those things where, like we said, that Ohio State game, they were up. They had Ohio State on the run, and they gave them everything they could handle, and then that big letdown. Obviously, you go to Marshall comes in and Marshall keeps it close, and Notre Dame's quarterback.
Well, and you're right. And the shittiest thing was like Notre Dame literally did the same thing.
Yeah.
With Marshall, they did against Ohio State. Like they fumbled in the fourth quarter. You know, like Notre Dame just completely went away in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And that's not good enough in college football, much less against a top 3 team or a top 300 team. Like you can get beat in college football.
That's sports, man.
So,
especially in football.
Like that's what happened to Notre Dame.
Yeah,
they got stepped on.
One of those things. Yeah.
And I was there to watch it, and it.
We were gonna come, man. It was something I thought about coming with you, but it was so tough to come to just because of the timing.
My hair's already pulled out because of it. You still have some, so I'm glad you kind of didn't come.
Yeah, it's kind of going. It's still there for now. It's going soon. But yeah, man, Notre Dame is fun, but man, and in all this, man, college football is one of the coolest things ever about college football is the pageantry. Like it's always talked about. Like you even going to Notre Dame, seeing these games live is what makes it special.
Yep.
Is it football always great? Nah, but it's fun to see the players loving it and getting involved. And I think, and one of the big things happening, NIL has changed a lot of that now.
Everything.
NIL and the transfers. Like now, like I don't have to sit out a year. I don't have to do this. Like think about 10 years ago, you transferred, you had to sit out a year. You couldn't what? You can't do nothing. You have to wait.
That's right.
And it sucks because like you got these guys like you get great unless you graduated, because Russell Wilson did it, but he graduated to get in there. So man, it is crazy to think how far it's come, and like the NIL deal is going to change it and make it hopefully eventually. And obviously to me, like it'll never be like it was in the 80s where you had SMU and BYU winning, and you had teams that you didn't think about winning that championship.
That's college basketball. That's not college football.
College football, you won't have that anymore because, like we said, beginning of the year, my biggest thing with college football is ranking teams before the season starts. It's the worst thing ever. It already puts people in. You basically put people in a box already. Saying, well, anybody out in top 25, unless you're from the SEC or one of these SEC or Big Ten, and come up like, think about it, like who's undefeated right now? NC State's undefeated. Wake Forest gave Clemson everything they had today, but they want NC State. They wasn't ranked, but because they're in a big conference, if they run a table, they can get in. But that's how it should be. You should just be like, everybody's 0-0, no one's ranked. We don't care.
Right.
And it's up to you to get ranked. Now, let's say before the beginning of the year that
I agree 100%. That preseason shit is all
it ruins
speculation.
It makes it tough. Yeah, you're like, well,
how do you do it in college with new players all the time, new crops? I mean, you went to a huge, like, small town, university town. Yeah. Like, you've seen all the new kids that came in, and it was like a completely different college every year because, like that's. And just imagine with sports, like it's the same exact thing. Man.
Like you get people coming in and out, and I think it messes with the kids because, like, obviously, if I'm a top recruit, it's no longer you getting like the Eric Dickersons with SMU.
Yeah,
who's like, there's no reason, and obviously got paid allegedly, because NIL wasn't around then. But like, you don't get
just
that
like
anymore.
Blue chips,
like
right.
You won't get those.
Ricky Rose's dad got a tractor.
Yeah, you don't get those guys. But one thing is, the NFL finds the best talent. That's why I like with NFL. NFL doesn't care that, oh, you went to Harvard? Well, you're better than that guy.
Yeah.
So what the Alabama guys did, but you're better. And then
you were Duke's quarterback? I don't care. I mean,
you don't care. You're the best player. You're the best player. And that's what I think is different. I hope college football gets to that point, and it won't go back there unless you have, put it this way, if I win the lottery, Bowling Green State's going to be getting some great players in the next few years. Like, I'm with NIL is going to be crazy. Like, yo, hey, number one recruit, don't go to Ohio State.
Yep.
Up here, I'll pay you $1 million something my business every month just to come here. Like,
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
like,
that's a lot of the reason. I mean, it does help big time. Like,
get out my face. You
for
mess up New York skyline, your face. Like,
I did it for the hate.
Yeah. See,
Thank you.
Well, we're going to see that more and more. Obviously, guys, we're kind of, I'm trying to set the boundaries of talking sports first, but we will show our personality as we get into this more. And
Set the
kind of
boundaries, put some deodorant on.
Yeah, there you
Snake.
go. But yeah, like I said, like if I win the lottery, guess who's going to be one of the best in the nation in recruiting? We're going to throw money at players, dog. We're going to get best coaches. We're going to get everybody. like what? Bowling Green has a stadium that fits 100,000 people. What?
I'd like to see BG competitive again. I mean, this
Yeah,
year
man.
they're a scrappy team.
LA
You know what I'm
2000
saying?
was
Like,
great, man. LA 2000 was great for college football because you had this MAC school, and also in that Northern Illinois got good then. I think there's a lot of MAC schools that were like, because that's when Michael Turner was there.
And let's be honest, man, we have had, I mean, a lot of boosters, man, lately with BG basketball has really helped.
Yeah,
There's been a lot of players go pro, you know what I'm saying, like Rashawn Holmes. And
yeah.
I mean, so BG's getting on that circuit to where, the recruiters are actually, scouts are coming out there and looking more so than before.
Good players are good players, man. It doesn't matter where you are, where you're coming at. Like, you can play, they'll find you in sports. That's one thing I like about sports that's different than anything else in the world. Like, just because you didn't go to the top school, they'll find you. Like, if you're great, like I think what team was that? Buffalo. No, not Buffalo. Who has I was watching NFL the weekend. I think it may have been Buffalo. They drafted a guy in the first round, and and he's from some bigger school, and they drafted a guy from Villanova in the 6th round. The guy from Villanova is starting cornerback right now over that guy from the first round. That's what I'm saying. So like college football is what it is, but pro football, you don't know who's really talented until you see them without all the talent. That's one thing college football has, like the Alabamas, the Texas A&Ms, all these schools. When there's so many, say like there's on the defense, there's 10 great players, and that 11 players probably not that good, but he looks better on tape because everybody's like, well, he's throwing these good players, he goes pro, and it's like, well, he's not good. He just looked better because everybody around him's good.
That's true.
And I think that's one thing when pro football does, they'll expose your ass. Shit is not. Pro basketball will also. Basketball does the same thing.
I mean, if you think about it, the biggest thing when it comes to that regard, in my opinion, is high school transition into college.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these high school teams, you know what I'm saying, now you got the AAU circuit that's crazy popular because of the public platforms like YouTube and everything. And it should be, that's a good way to get recruited. And with the NIL now, that's even more incentive for me when it comes to high school kids, like putting together mixtapes, and your school might get involved to do it for you more and help you get recruited.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. Like, you should.
And your community. I think that's a good thing in high school. But at the same time, like, I think that's more true when it comes to the high school because, you got all these teams now that are just stacked.
Yeah.
Like the Oak Hill Academies back in the day were frowned upon. Now they're like,
everybody does that.
Look at them in a whole different light.
Oh, everybody does that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? I mean, it's good. It's good and bad for high school sports, but like, I think it's bad because back in, obviously, old men right now. Back in my day, you had 5-star recruits at a school that no one heard about. Like Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero went to some school in Wisconsin, right? Where no one knew about that. But that talent was there. He went to he went to a camp over summer, and everybody's like, damn, this dude's killing the people. Let's get him out there. That's something's better about that. Like, you would never, it makes it tough for the Dame Lillards who sneak under the radar because he goes to the school and stays there.
John Moran.
They go to a small, they don't go to the big schools. They don't do all this, but they find their way.
Right.
Like, even like you think about Russell Westbrook in that case, he went to UCLA, but he wasn't a top recruit. Yeah. He went there, busted ass. He got lucky. NBA took a chance on him because like, well, maybe he's good. He's athletic. And let's get him in there. And
I mean, Kobe was the 13th pick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's one thing about sports that's good. It's one of the things where cream always rises to the top.
Yeah.
Hard work makes you better than anybody else. Like Tom Brady, hard work. makes you the greatest ever. Like,
oh man, yeah,
that's
he's
what
the
it
number
is.
one. He's the number one. You're right.
Yeah, hard work, man. Even if you're drafted
Yeah.
low, that doesn't matter. I know your family's in the background, so I'm trying to
I'm
keep this
trying to.
going.
I'm trying to.
So everybody, you'll hear that a lot tonight. So you're gonna hear a lot of
Oh,
people.
it's gonna happen.
We're just having fun with this. We're just spitting shit off the top of our heads. I'm watching right now. I'm watching Texas A&M Arkansas. It's so weird how good Texas A&M looks tonight versus like they lost Appalachian State. They should have lost probably I think last week. They should have lost 2 games I think this year. And now they look like they're world beaters, man. They look like they're
Right.
amazing. And yeah, man, like I'm just amazed. See what else we're watching. You watch Ohio State. You said something about Ohio State earlier. Being from Ohio, we both went to school in Ohio. Ohio is the weirdest state in the world. If anybody who is from Ohio, if you're watching this live from Ohio,
you will not find it here.
It's only Ohio, man. Ohio is the weirdest state ever for any sport. It's the only sport where
the only thing you can find here is DUIs and factory jobs. So good luck. Good luck coming to Ohio. You can find that here. You can bet on it. Bet on it.
That is going to be the tagline of the show.
Bet on it.
That's the new tagline of the Scalf and GT.
Put all your fucking savings in it. Cash in your 401k. Put it on it. Fucking state is fucking garbage.
That should be on FanDuel.
There's nothing fucking. Oh, he caught that one-handed.
Which way you watching? Wisconsin.
Lord have mercy. Yeah.
That is hilarious. I don't know how to respond to that. It's just one of those things where until you go to Ohio, live in Ohio for a little bit, everybody. I think everybody should be forced to live in Ohio and Indiana and like Kentucky for a year. Just to be like just to see how it is.
Dude, I actually don't believe any of that. Come here and take all our jobs. We have to get the fuck out of here, would you? You can find that here. You can come find it here so we can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So yeah, you see that Ohio State football is king there. Always has been, unless you're northern.
They got beat last year by Michigan, though.
Yeah, Northern Ohio, a lot of Michigan fans. And then if you go west, kind of where you are, got some more Notre Dame and Purdue fans and things because you're
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati fans in the South, but still Ohio State is king in Ohio. And even over maybe the Browns. Maybe the Browns may be up there with them. Cincinnati Bengals never will be the level of Ohio State or the Browns. The Browns are like
Bengals won Super Bowl last year. Let's not forget.
No, they're good, but I think Ohio still. If the Browns went to the Super Bowl, think how crazy that state would be. Yeah, it never will.
I mean, what other ways can you find to fuck it up?
It's the Browns. The Browns will find a way.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they look pretty good, but they will find a way.
I mean, Browns were 2-1, right? They won Thursday.
They won Thursday. Yeah, they won opening week also. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good team, man. It's a solid team.
The Colts would have been good. I feel if Andrew Luck wouldn't have retired so early.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I mean,
the draft's coming up soon.
Yeah.
There's a lot of quarterbacks coming out. There's Ohio State's quarterback. There's Alabama's quarterback. It's going to be an interesting year, man. I think college football is going to end pretty well. It's going to be the same 5 or 6 teams that are probably in the playoffs.
Yeah. Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State.
It's built the same way. It's built to be that way.
Clemson didn't look that good today, but they played a good team.
They played a good team. Wake Forest.
But they pulled it out, too. Yeah. They pulled it out. So
you get them in there. You'll get USC will probably sneak back in there. And
I think Michigan's a little bit better than Clemson.
Michigan will be there also.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting year for that 4th spot.
Yeah, so it's going to be – I can't wait till the expansion happens. I know that's something that –
Was it 8 teams?
No, there's a bye in the first round, so I think it's more. It's one of those weird things because there's the
12 or something?
Yeah, I think it's 12.
Okay.
Let me look it up just to let you guys know football playoff expansion. Let's see. So, yes, they're going to 12 teams, so the top 4 teams going to bye. But it's cool. I mean, the thing is, like, to me, the whole talk about, like, well, what about these players playing too many games? Do they not understand that FBS, the league, right, FCS below them, they have a 16 or 32 team playoffs. Plus, they play 10 games. So, and they play championship games. So, like, they're playing the same amount of games you were playing, but they could do it. Like, so it's about money. And once they're seeing they can make more money off of it now, they're gonna expand.
Right.
Guaranteed by the time we're 50, which is there'll be 32 teams in the playoffs.
I mean, it's gonna be March Madness, college football style.
Because it's
You know what I'm
money.
saying?
Once they see that money involved,
Yeah.
that you can. Once the universities see like, oh, we get a first round bye, or we get those first 2 rounds at home for the top seed, like we're gonna have it. Like these teams love money. These universities love money, and I'm glad that the players getting paid. So
Yeah.
I'm tired of playing. Like it bothered me forever. Like, why is this player, this coach, like Dabo Swinney just got a 10-year, $115 million contract, something like that. And he's upset his players may get money from that. Get out of here, man. Like he wouldn't get that contract without those players. Like if those players didn't come there and play for him, none of those guys get paid.
Well, yeah.
None of them, because they would.
No, that's true.
Yeah, like you would get paid like that. You wouldn't have those top tier players that make your salary from.
Well, Lincoln Riley now too with USC. I mean, now
he's taking advantage of that.
Big Ten.
He don't care.
It's like
he's taking advantage of that. Like,
USC is gonna get. I mean, I'm telling you right now, like, and like you said before, it's true with the Big Ten. Like beforehand, I think the Big Ten realized, you know what I'm saying? Like it's either Penn State and Wisconsin. You know, usually it's Michigan.
Yeah.
You know, the last 6, 7 years, Michigan's kind of fell off, but they're finally back on there.
Let's be honest on Michigan. I will tell you this.
I'm sorry, I forgot to. It's either Wisconsin, Penn State, or Michigan State.
That are the close ones, yeah.
Right.
Always on that border.
And it's hit or miss every year, so you never know.
Yeah. And Michigan is always. They'll be back to 8-4 next year. They're consistently 8-4. Don't everybody who's Michigan fans, you actually start watching us. Your team, you, LSU, and Texas you never were there. You never were back. You always are like every 12 years, you got a team. Then after that, you're still 8-5 or something like that. And then Ohio State goes undefeated. Alabama goes undefeated. Georgia. But yeah, we're on their level. No, you're not. You're not.
Yeah.
But Michigan is good. I think Michigan will be. I think Jim Harbaugh's figured it out. Yeah, I think. Yeah, like you said, USC. Sorry, but USC joining is great.
Yeah.
Because like, I think the Pac-12 or Pac-10, whatever they are, they did it to themselves. They should have brought in. They should have brought in the Boise States and all these teams earlier to be like, look, we're bringing in more talent now. Instead of waiting and being like, well, instead of getting the 16 teams, they should have brought in BYU and Boise State and all the teams they could have brought in to help them out. And they should have brought in the Colorado. Not Colorado. Who's that team? No, those Nebraska teams like that who just bring money in. They should have been the first to bring those teams in. Like, look, you come here. But football's gonna be different, man. College football's gonna be crazy in a few years. It's gonna be the Wild Wild West out there. So USC, I think it's gonna be the Big Ten's gonna be crazy. I don't know about UCLA, but I know UCLA going has to go. They didn't want to be like, well, if USC leaves, we got to go with them because
I think by being in the Big Ten for UCLA, my thing is they're gonna recruit better for the simple fact of, I'll just put it this way: they'll recruit better than Maryland still.
Yeah.
They'll recruit better than UNLV. They'll recruit better than Iowa. They'll recruit better than Nebraska.
Well, they always said they can get their California guys to stay.
And especially now that they're in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get those Midwest kids because you're playing Midwest teams too. You know what I'm saying? Like
let's talk about the distances. It's like there could be a week where USC plays Maryland in Maryland or vice versa. And that's every year. Or Rutgers. Or
Rutgers, yeah.
Think about that distance. That is that's the whole country.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I'm saying. When college football is money, that lets me know right there, man. This is all about money. It's in about
for sure.
It's in about like what's good for the players and fair competition. It's about like, because like it makes no sense that you would have a Pac-12 not still be around. These historic, like the Big 12, all these historic or Big 10, or what was it? The Big 12 was always around. The original ones were the Big East, Big 12, SC, ACC, Pac-10, and I think that's it. Yeah, but it was all like college football is different, man. I mean, think about, and once again, the team stat changed it all. And I said this to you privately. We talked about it before. Texas has changed college football every time. Yeah. College football has changed every time something changes college football because Texas makes a move that upsets people, and it changes how everything works. First thing was what when the SEC added Texas A&M, Nebraska, and Missouri to their conference because Texas is like, oh, we don't want to have a Big 12 network. We want a Longhorn network. And everybody's like, well, we're out. Like, we don't want to be involved. You're not trying to share. We'll be out. And so they moved the SEC network, came SEC network, all this. And now Texas says, oh, we're going to go to SEC. So the Big Ten has to say, well, we'll add in all the schools that won't go to SEC. We'll add in all the other schools. I wouldn't be surprised if the Big Ten also throws Houston, or there's going to be some teams going to the Big Ten that you don't think. There's probably be a Houston in there. Probably be this. They're going to keep adding because it's like, well, let's get more competitive in.
There could be.
It's not worth the ACC is going to start adding teams. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be 3 or 4 conferences on them, which is they have to rename them.
Right.
Is it good? I don't know. It sucks for the guys at smaller schools who work their way up to being a good player. They have to go to small school for whatever reason, and they make it pro and they become good, but they don't get the television time anymore. You won't be able to see the guy. Right now I'm watching Northern Illinois play Kentucky, but in 4 years, will this game ever happen? Will it be on TV? Will it be just Kentucky playing another packed big time school?
Could
Will it be the S thing? Will it be since like Cincinnati's gonna be up for the grab soon?
It could be you climbing, or it could be you crawling away from that hot tub into Bones' parents' room.
Oh man. College.
That's what it is. I thought we were talking about college. I thought we were talking about practice.
Talking about practice, college. Practice. Yeah, man. So it is an interesting dilemma that's going to happen pretty soon, and I know that it is going to be something fun. It's going to be something that I'm excited to see what comes up in this world. That's a joke. Jokes, man. Both parents.
All right.
All right. We got somebody here. How's it going, man?
You talking to me?
No, there's somebody, the Body Short King. Welcome to our show, man. You're the only person here. We're happy to have you. We're just first time ever doing this, man. We're just throwing it out there. Whoever you are, thanks for joining. Thanks for taking a look at us. You got some hate mail, let us know. We enjoy it. We enjoy people who talk shit to us.
I'll take my spanking first.
Yeah, man. So right now I got the Kentucky. I'm not watching this. No way. No, not doing that. Want to watch the baseball, man? You go to baseball.
Yeah, I'm on that halftime show. Let me change it.
Yeah, so we were watching a few games, but let's jump into so today we're going to jump into some pro football tomorrow. We'll go to the men's league a little bit because there's a lot of games happening tomorrow. Lots and lots of good games, lots of interesting things.
Who the Bears play?
We'll go through that now. We'll go through the games. We're going to pick the games one by one and talk about who we think could win, and we'll kind of go into a little details. Let me turn the game on. See? Okay. Let's go through this now. So for everybody, let you know, I have not looked at this. I'm looking at also FanDuel to pull this up because we probably will do some live bets on this while we're talking to you guys as well, just because it's fun. All right, here we are. So I'll go through the games one by one and tell you who's up. Sports, NFL. So the first game we'll talk about, Baltimore versus the New England Patriots, man. What do you think about that game? How do you feel about that one?
Ravens going to take that game. They're due. I mean, obviously the Patriots are struggling a little bit. They're going to find their footing eventually. I just don't think they're going to find it against the Ravens. I feel like the Ravens card is about to be pulled. They need this win. I feel like Lamar Jackson's not going to let this team lose. If they do, I think that's a bad sign for a 0-3 or a 1-2 Baltimore Ravens team. Yeah.
And the same thing with the Patriots. They'll be 1-2 if they lose. It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be a fun game.
And the Patriots shouldn't really be as competitive in this game for the simple fact of they have a lot more weaknesses than the Baltimore Ravens do this season.
Yeah,
And my
right.
thing is, you know,
Let's see.
growing pains with the Patriots, man. Like they should be going through more growing pains right now than the Ravens.
Yeah, they are, man. It makes sense. They're kind of in that
They
place
should be.
where things are going crazy. Yeah. So let's go to this with that game. We'll start there. Anytime touchdown. Let's go through some. Let's pick players you think's gonna score a touchdown. I know you don't know Patriots players. You probably know a few people here and there. So anytime touchdown based on how FanDuel states it, and we're not sponsored by them, but they basically anytime touchdown is any player who gets a rushing or receiving touchdown, or defense, or that's his defense touchdown. Rushing, receiving, or defensive player getting a
Okay.
touchdown for team defense. So in that game, who do you think's going to get some touchdown? Let's go through some players here.
I'll go with Kyle Hamilton for the Ravens as safety.
Well, that's a defense touchdown.
Pick 6. Yeah.
So it's called. So you want to add a defense, anytime defense touchdown for the Ravens.
Nah, keep going. No, I'll listen to you.
All right. So we'll go through this. We'll go through this right now. So it's gonna be interesting. We're just going to make some live bets. So we don't condone betting without having the right money. Don't go out there and bet your life savings on anything we tell you on this. We just have fun. We don't make big bets ourselves. We make like 20 cents, 30 cents bets, but we take big odds. That's what we kind of do. So here we go. So for anytime touchdown, Damian Harris, that's the running back for the Patriots. Mark Andrews, tight end for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson. Stevenson, running back for the Patriots. J.K. Dobbins from Ohio State, running back for the Ravens. Yeah. Bateman, Ravens. Jacoby Myers, Patriots. Hunter Henry, Patriots. Nelson Aguilar, Patriots. So it's a lot of people here, man. Devin Duvernay. So it's a lot of names you could pick. So who are just give me a name on the Ravens. You think Lamar Jackson's gonna run for a touchdown tomorrow?
The name that stands out for me, and I can't believe I'm saying this, is Nelson Aguilar for the Patriots.
Nelson Aguilar, 1 touchdown.
I'll put him
Anytime.
in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put him in there.
Then we got Devontae Parker, we got Kenyon Drake, Devin Duvernay.
Yep.
And you Baltimore Ravens defense. It gets to less people that you may not get the ball a lot. So those are kind of those real long shots if you take those people. But,
yep.
All right, so here we go.
I'm gonna say Mark Andrews too.
Mark Andrews, boom.
He's gonna be in there for me.
So you're saying Lamar's gonna toss him a dime there somewhere?
Yeah.
All right, so that's 2 people. Cool. So we'll stick with that. We'll go to the next game. So I know that somebody dropped off. It's cool. We're going to Cincinnati Bengals versus New York Jets, man. How do you feel about this game? The Bengals are struggling right now, man.
I feel like the Bengals in a similar situation, like we talked about before. I feel like the Bengals have to win this game. They're 0-2.
Of course, yeah.
Their offensive line is a huge problem. I feel like we did a draft special to this, and they ended up picking Jamar Chase, and we were like, "Dang, that's a good pick," but they could have picked so well.
Yeah,
they could have got, and Burrow. I think he got sacked 7 times last game. So my thing is,
the guy likes getting sacked.
Yeah, he must like getting hurt too. I mean,
like getting sacked, man.
Yeah.
I
feel like the Jets are on the up and up.
Yeah.
I feel like the Jets are coming up. I like that Elijah Moore, I think his name is, the receiver.
Yeah,
he's
fast.
I think I'm gonna put him in there for a score.
Let's get him in there.
And also I feel like with the Bengals, I'm gonna put Jamar Chase in there.
Of course, Jamar Chase. So man, yeah, I think also you're kind of right. The Jets have been. Joe Flacco's got the fountain of youth right now in him, man.
Yeah.
Bombs the fuck away, throwing it.
Yeah.
If one thing Joe Flacco can do, he can throw the ball. He can throw it deep.
That's right.
He may not be fast. He may not be the most accurate on every throw, but you tell that dude, hey, throw it 70 yards.
Yeah.
He'll toss that pill.
If the Jets were smart, they would have went out and got Jimmy G, but they didn't do that. So I guess we're talking about him.
I think they're good with Joe. I think they're good with Joe. But yeah. So,
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we got those touchdowns. Elijah Moore, Jamar Chase, man. Think Mixon will get in there or T. Higgins?
Oh yeah, I think Mixon
Garrett Wilson.
No, not Wilson.
No, Garrett's been playing well too. Okay. So Joe Mixon. Yeah, so I think overall winner for that man will probably be. I think this is the week the Bengals get back on track to me. I think they're going to get back into that.
The Bengals.
The Bengals get back on track this weekend and score.
Okay.
And finally get back to like what they were expected to be coming into the year. I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna put up. Maybe I think they'll put up 35 tomorrow. I think
Okay.
it's one of those games where they just go out and they say, all right, we gotta do something special.
Mm.
I would hope they're wrong because that means Elijah Moore scores and it's close. I would hope that happens, but I have feeling the Bengals gonna do some things special tomorrow.
Yeah.
So go to the next one. Bills at Dolphins.
Ooh,
That's gonna be a battle.
that might be the best game tomorrow. I
That's
don't
gonna
even
be
need
fun
to
to
hear
watch.
the rest, but
That's gonna be the best game to watch all day,
yeah,
probably tomorrow.
yeah.
It's gonna be, I don't know, it's gonna be high score or low score. It's gonna be fun. It'll
So
be a lot
obviously
of fun.
Diggs is gonna be in there,
That dude's a bad mother.
and I'll put Tyreek in there.
Tyreek and Diggs, yeah. Think Jalen Waddle's gonna do something. You gonna waddle on him?
Oh yeah, I think he's probably gonna get one
Oh,
too. But
Gabriel Davis is playing tomorrow also.
Josh Allen probably. I'll put Josh Allen in there for a rushing touchdown too.
Josh Allen, Jalen Waddle. This is gonna be a big one. Gabriel Davis. It's gonna be. This could either be a high scoring or not. Because I'm worried about the Dolphins in this sense.
This is a big tell-all game for both teams too.
Yeah, I think Dolphins have a tough. It'll be that speed of the Dolphins will be interesting because I think the Bills defense has picked up. They found the formula right now.
Yep.
The Dolphins have so much speed that you could just give the ball to Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle anywhere on the field, and those guys can all of a sudden outrun everybody on your team, and
Right.
you have nothing. You can't do that about it. They're just so fast. And you saw last year when the Chiefs played the Bills in the playoffs, they just threw Tyreek Hill a simple over route, and he split everybody and just took off. It was gone.
Right.
Like,
He's one of those guys that don't need 4 or 5 touches a game. You give him 2 or 3, and he changes the
both
game.
could be touchdowns. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the thing. It could be this game could either be a very very high score by both teams, or it could be a blowout by the Bills because the Bills have that kind of ability to just strangle you and say you're done.
Yeah.
So I kind of like it. I don't know. I may take Josh Allen off there. I don't think he's going to run too much.
It could be the type of game where Singletary gets 2 touchdowns. I mean, you never
So
know.
right now I'll keep Diggs and Tyreek Hill. We may come back and add with people later. This is all for the 1 o'clock games, guys. We're only going to bet this part right here. Next one. The Eagles versus the Commanders. Eagles should beat the brakes off these boys tomorrow.
They should.
It'll be closer probably because I think Commanders won't make mistakes like that. But I think the Eagles should win. It'll be close at first, and the Eagles will pull away. I think it's one of those games where I think the Eagles want to prove that we got rid of Carson Wentz for a reason, man. We got rid of him for this Jalen Hurts kid, who everybody thinks is not great. Even Eagles fans up and still to this day are like, I don't know if Jalen Hurts is the guy we want forever. Maybe we got even to this day, no matter what he does, man. Yeah. It's like they're always looking for something
treating Hurts like Russell Westbrook and shit. All
of a sudden it's like, I don't know if he's good. It's like, let him grow, and he's growing. You see it every week, and that confidence picks up, man. So I wish we could pick interceptions. I would put Carson Wentz at 3 interceptions tomorrow if we could. I think it's one of those games where they're gonna purposely try to make him horrible. You saw they did to Kirk Cousins when he was like,
oh yeah,
they took out Jefferson and they said, no, Darius Slay's got you. Don't worry about that. And I think it's gonna be the same, man. I think it could be a big game, but I'm gonna say for me, Jalen Hurts seems to be a guarantee to get a rushing touchdown. Dude, he's going to keep the ball and shake somebody to get a touchdown. So everybody else, you think Scary Terry's going to get in there?
Logan Thomas.
Ooh, that's a plus 300. That's a good one. That could be a good one, man. That could be that sneaky one.
That's my guy.
Okay. Why's that?
Why?
Why is Logan Thomas your guy?
I mean, I feel like he's an up-and-coming tight end. I feel like he's a big target. They really don't have I just feel like it makes sense. I mean, if they can get in the red zone, I feel like he's the guy to go to. So that's why I'm going with him.
Okay. I got you, man. We'll keep it in there. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
So Jalen Hurts, Logan Thomas for sure. I think for sure Jalen Hurts will score. Logan Thomas, if they get in the red zone, you got to go to him because you need a big body to do something, man. Get somebody to wake it up. Go back to the Ohio State, Wisconsin game to see if something's happening. And we may add some more people later, but those are people we know locked down. They're going to score. Next game is Your team, the Raiders versus Titans.
Ooh.
Woo, woo, woo. This could be a fun talk.
Hunter Renfro's out, which
Doodle.
means I feel like Derek Carr is gonna be forced to go straight Devontae,
He's gonna
straight Darren Waller. But
You
we
think
also
both
have a
of them can
different
score?
we also have a different receiver named Mac Hollins that we just signed from the
Yeah.
Dolphins. So I'm gonna pick Mac Hollins in that game.
Think Devontae's
And
gonna get in also or no?
or Foster Moreau, our backup tight end, might be that guy. I feel like in this game. I think Josh Jacobs is kind of questionable at this point.
Yeah, I wouldn't go with the running back right now.
Yeah.
Foster Moreau,
If anybody's gonna be that Zamir White for a running back. But I think on the other end,
King Henry's gonna get there.
you're right.
He's a big
Against this
boy. He's
Raiders
gonna get in there.
defense, yeah.
Do you think Devontae's
Derrick
in?
Henry's there.
So you're going Matt Collins, Devontae, or no? You think Devontae?
Yeah, I'll go with Devontae.
All right, so we got Matt Collins, Devontae, and Derrick Henry. We'll think about other people later, but I think that's the stretches. Obviously, right now we have Logan Thomas and Matt Collins, which, man, if those guys hit, we're doing pretty well in life. Next game for the morning. We'll go back and talk more in detail about these games. We just want to get our picks and let you guys see what they are. Detroit versus the Vikings.
Henderson.
What's that? Who? Detroit versus the Vikings. Detroit versus the Vikings, man. I'm intrigued. Detroit's coming up, man. They're figuring out. They got to get coached. They got to get culture. They're playing tough.
I'll take DeAndre Swift.
Ooh, you went right there.
Yeah.
You on that?
Automatic.
St. Brown has been every
Equinemius?
game. Yeah, this is Amon.
Oh, Amon St. Brown's brother. Yeah, you're right.
He's been automatic the past 8 games like that. He's a touchdown every game, no matter what. Justin Jefferson, I think, is going to bounce back.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things that I think he found out a little differently how a cornerback who just doesn't gamble and just plays smart. Like Darius Slay doesn't take chances. He just says, all right, I'm gonna wait till you make the mistake and I'm gonna pick it. I'm not gonna guess you're gonna run around. I'm gonna wait for you and I know what you're running. Versus you find it's a different type of receiver, man. So so for sure, DeAndre Swift, Justin Jefferson.
JJ, yeah.
Yeah, we may come back to St. Brown because he is a touchdown scoring machine. Reason he gets in the end zone all the time. Let's keep going.
Jared Goff's finally getting comfortable too. That's a good thing to see.
He's back to that the year that went to the Super Bowl where it's like just automatic for him, man.
Yep.
Now, I think people forget, like he was the number 1 pick. He was. No matter how you feel about it, he has talent. It's more how do you put it together in the end? And he's starting to put it together back like he was in the old days, man. Back when he was at the crazy times.
Yep.
So yeah, man, it is fun to see. Let's go to the next one. We'll keep moving. Next one is the Indianapolis Colts Chiefs, man. Colts Chiefs. I don't know what's going on with the Colts, but the Chiefs. It's tough to deal with the Chiefs and Colts. It's one of the toughest bets you can make.
Patrick Mahomes is going to score in this game.
He's going to rush for one.
Yes.
All right, we'll go with that. Patty Mahomes rushing for a touchdown. All right.
And Jonathan Taylor.
JT.
Obviously.
I'm getting there. Anytime touchdown. So we're saying JT and Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
Interesting. So this is the year Patrick Mahomes. This is the game Patrick Mahomes actually rushed the one.
Yep.
All right, I got you. I'm gonna keep that going with you. Let's keep going. Next one. The Bears versus the Houston Texans. Ooh. I may go with to me, I'm a Bears fan, as everybody knows. I'm gonna start with our quarterback. I think Fields will rush another one in. He's kind of like Jalen Hurts. Like you have to let him run and do what he does. If you don't, then if he doesn't rush one in, that means there's more trouble. So, and then Do I think Brandon Cooks will get in, or I think I may go Brandon Cooks. He's so fast and he's so good.
It's not a bad pick.
And other St. Brown is he plays for the Bears? Yeah. No. And not your guy. How do you say his name?
Is it Equinemius?
Equinemius, yeah.
Yeah.
I go with Brandon Cooks and Justin Fields. I got to think about the other people. But I'm excited to see this game. The Bears. I mean, we could be 2-1 after this.
That could have been pick 6.
What's this? Oh, all right. And the last of the morning games, the 1:00 games, Saints versus Panthers.
Ooh.
This could be one of those games where I think, to me, James Winston's going to be back on track. Last week was one of those shit happened. Everything went bad after they talked Tom Brady and didn't talk shit. Everything went downhill after that. But I think James will get back on track, and he won't make those same mistakes. I think last week was one of those. Everything went bad. So
yeah.
But I think Michael Thomas will score.
I agree. That was my first pick too.
Alvin Kamara's
Taysom.
back. Alvin Kamara's back.
Kamara's back? Okay.
I'll go both those guys on the same score. And then on the Panthers,
McCaffrey. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go. Okay, I don't know about anybody else. I don't know if DJ Moore's guys, because I think McCaffrey will have a big game. I think he'll rush for 80 yards tomorrow. I think they're going to make sure. Actually, it may not. They may make Baker do something. They're going to make Baker.
That's a tough defense.
But
the only way the Panthers are going to get that defense going, and that they have to get that short. McCaffrey has to be a target man for Baker Mayfield. Get those short throws to him, get him some space, and that's when you open the run game up. Yeah. And that's how you guys win. That's the only fucking way they're going to beat that Saints defense.
So I'm going to drop somebody off. So do you think Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara for the Saints score a touchdown?
Oh, I'm keeping Michael Thomas.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll drop somebody else so I can get the bet in. Let's see if this works. Oh, I dropped one more person. I think I have one more. I have 3 people in there. Sorry. Let's see. Oh, so in your Devontae Adams or Mac Hollins?
Mac Hollins.
So Mac Hollins? All right. Close.
Watch Devontae have 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Not that it matters.
And I'll drop Joe Mixon.
With Cincinnati, okay.
Yeah. There we are. All right. So now we got our bets. We're going to go. I'll tell you what the bet will be. Point.
That was the 1 games? 1 o'clock games?
That's 1 o'clock game. 0.1. So we're going to bet. So everybody, this is a 17-cent bet. So the 17-cent bet is simple. We pick 2 people scoring each game. And I'll go over those after I make this bet now. We'll bet it twice. One for you, one for me.
Yep.
There you go. So 17 cents. So if this hits, which it's a 300 million to 1 chance it's a hit. We stand to win $992,000 basically. So that's why we take these long shots. We don't go in there and bet $1,000 at a pop. That's not our style. I'm not gonna do that. Other bills take care of. I ain't got time to be putting my money on sports.
I don't believe it.
Yeah,
You're lying.
So that's the 1 o'clock games. We'll come back and go more detail. We'll probably drop off after this, but one more. Now I got a 4 o'clock games.
Okay.
Not a lot here. We'll stop. We won't do the 8 o'clock game because that's just weird. The first 4 o'clock game is Jacksonville Jaguars versus Chargers.
Mike Williams. Yeah.
I like it.
That's my number 1.
Mike Williams, I think for
Justin Herbert's too good, and that's his target. So
for the Jaguars, I don't think they're going to score a touchdown. I gotta be wrong. Christian Kirk.
Don't second guess yourself.
I don't think they're gonna score a touchdown. I may go Mike Williams and Austin Eckler. I don't think Jaguars gonna score a lot of touchdowns tomorrow.
I agree.
I think it's gonna be one of those games where
you got to bet on the
Chargers. Chargers just lost to the Chiefs. They're upset.
Yep.
Next one is we'll come back. Next one is Rams versus Cardinals. Now this one could be we could pick 3 or 4 people to score touchdowns. I'm okay with this one. I think Kyler. We go Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp always scores touchdowns.
Yes.
Why? Because he's a damn good receiver. Not because he's sneaky fast or sneaky athletic. No, he's a great fucking receiver. I don't care.
Right.
All those cohorts for being white. No, he's a great receiver. He can ball. He can ball white, black, green, purple, orange, whatever color you want to make him. Dude is a great receiver.
Yeah.
Then who else? Kyler Murray. I'll get him in a Russian one. Now it gets fun. We got Tyler Higbee. We got Darrell Henderson, Cam Akers, Robinson, James Conner, Marquise Brown, Zach Ertz. There's a lot of places you can go with this one, with other touchdowns.
Who is it now?
This is the Rams versus the Cardinals.
Oh, still?
Yeah, I'm going to pick 2 in this game.
Cooper Kupp, period.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp and Kyler. Cooper Kupp and Kyler are 2 for sure. Do we think it's going to be a running back?
All right, yeah.
I'll stick with those. We'll come back.
Yeah.
This may not be as big. This 4 o'clock games aren't usually big bets because it's less games. Next one is the biggest game, the game of the week, Packers Buccaneers.
That's the biggest game of the week?
That's America's game of the week is Packers Buccaneers.
I'll take that Miami game. But
yeah, that's going to be a bigger game. Yeah, but
wow.
We can go passing yards. We can
Bucks and who?
Bucks and Packers.
Packers.
Do you think that Tom Brady will throw over 250 passing yards? Aaron Rodgers
no.
Passing yards? Yeah.
I think Mike Evans. Yeah. I think all their receivers are out, even Julio Jones. So
everybody's out.
They just had to sign somebody.
They say Julio's playing right now.
Oh, okay.
But we don't. Leonard Fournette, Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon.
I'll take Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones is in there.
And why not Fournette?
Fournette's he's got to do something. He's got to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's got to score, Tom. And then the last 4 o'clock game is Atlanta versus the Seahawks. Falcons, Seahawks. A lot of birds. A lot of birds flying around.
A lot of birds.
A lot of birds. What
about Cordarrelle Patterson? Is he playing still for the Falcons?
He's still playing. He's on score.
Okay, we'll put him in there.
Do you think DK, Rashad Penny, Tyler Lockett?
I'll put Lockett in there.
Lockett. There you are. So that's the 4 o'clock games. You want 8 o'clock games with it? 1 8 o'clock game, or you want to stick with that?
Yeah.
All right. So the 1 8 o'clock game is, I think this is
it's 17 cents.
Well, this one's not going to be, it'll be a little bit more.
Oh.
There's less games.
Thank you.
So San Francisco versus the Broncos. With Russ Cook. Jerry Jeudy. Let me see. I'll tell you who's in there. Debo's there.
I'll take Debo Samuel.
Yeah, I was going to do that also. And then
I'll put Russell Wilson in there.
Ooh, he can sneak in there. He's better. He's ready something.
Yeah.
Russell, he's down there. Where's he at? Wow, that's a big one. Plus 1,000. That put us at a pretty higher clip.
I like it.
All right, so this is. I'll make one bet for $1 for this one.
Okay.
20,000 to pay out for that. So one bet for $1.
Ooh.
We'll split that. There you go.
Pay off my vehicle.
There you go. We'll make one. So the other one, 17 cents for split. But yeah, we did that 1-1. So there you go, man. So that's our bets for tomorrow. We're good on 80 touchdowns. So man, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stop the live stream because we're trying to. First time doing it, we gotta actually plan this out a little better. We want to see how it goes first time.
If any of these players let me down, I'm telling you right now,
we're coming for you.
I'm putting a flaming bag of shit in your doorstep. No questions asked. You know it's from me.
So thanks for rocking with us. I know we had one person jump on, say hello. Body Shirt King, I will follow you back, man. We're just trying to get this started. Thanks for jumping on.
Yeah.
Eventually we'll get more people. We'll get better at this. And if you hate us, tell us how much you hate us below. Also, check out our other shit we do. We do music reactions. We also will start doing some news reactions. A lot of shit. We're gonna start throwing shit out there and having fun. Whatever.
We'll send your moms home when we're done with them.
There we are. So thanks a lot, everybody. Peace. We're gonna drop off this live stream now.
Peace.
Cool. Live stream's over. Whatever.